Steam like sleep, Steph's marches on beat. Caring heart, the streets are smart, she owns the concrete. A queen in the club, her no-nonsense sway. Dance floor kingdom, where she holds her reign. Shows love hard as nails, beats drop no pain. Spinning like ruling nights, her presence a campaign.
Hello everyone, this is Angela and welcome to my channel, Angie, the ENTJ. Please be sure to like, subscribe, comment, and click on the notifications bell so that you'll know whenever I upload any new content. So I'm back in classes and they are kicking my behind, but I do not want to leave you all hanging. So I'm doing a quick piggyback on Simply Stephanie's video that is located on her SimplySteph2 channel titled Black Women Over 50, You Are Not Their Beast of Burden. I'm not 50 years old. However, this dives into money matters and time management, both of which are topics that are near and dear to my heart because I watched my great-grandmother do two things to deal with this issue. The first thing she did was that she had a whole nother house that she occasionally rented out, but it was also like the place where family members that fell on hard times or needed some time to focus on a goal could come to and live in. She did not bring other people's issues into her own personal household. She maintained her space and she maintained her privacy. Another thing that she did was to help out an uncle of mine who was a war veteran, as well as another uncle who was illiterate. We're talking about people who were born in the early 1920s, so that was commonplace for a lot of people. And I don't know if they did this everywhere. However, where I'm from, they treated illiteracy as a disability so that people could obtain benefits. My great uncle was illiterate. He could not read, and he could barely write his name. His signature resembled a 6-year-old's handwriting. If you can imagine writing their name with one of those big crayons. So my illiterate uncle and war veteran uncle, each of them received a check. And my grandmother made sure that they were okay. She was fair with them. She was righteous with them. I guess that's where I get it from. But she didn't do it for free. She took a portion, and they consented to it. I'm so glad that I had the opportunity to witness how it was all right to receive money in exchange for services from family members. Because, see, this is reality. And I know there are some people out here who think differently. However, I worked in a nursing home when I was a teenager, and I saw end-of-life care and expenses firsthand. Currently, it averages out to be nearly $10,000 a month for a decent nursing home. When I say decent, I mean average. And it's not that much cheaper for people who are still at home and have to have staff come and occasionally help them out. My grandmother did right by my uncles, but you see, she didn't do it for free. And I said that before I say everything else that I have to say about this topic. You see, Simply Stephanie is right. There needs to be a shift in the culture that makes everyone grow up to become productive adults. What I often see, especially within Black households, is that the eldest daughter is tagged to become someone who will carry on the burdens of the family. Meanwhile, the sons are allowed to remain as perpetual children. So what happens is that while the son is in his 20s frolicking and creating broken homes, for lack of better words, the daughter was going to school, earning degrees and certifications. She was building a career. She was putting in the work. So by the time both the son and the daughter hit their 40s and their 50s and beyond, right when it's time for the daughter to enjoy the fruit of her labors, here comes her family setting up the table, pulling out the forks and knives and other utensils, pulling out plates, in order to snack on the fruits of her labors that took years to ripen. See, back in my grandmother's time, it was a survival tactic for people who actually experienced living through Jim Crow, many of whom were just only 1 or 2 generations away from slavery, depending on the circumstances. My great-grandmother was raised by her paternal grandparents, which would have been my great-great-great-grandparents, who were freed from slavery, just to put it into perspective. They lived through Brown versus the Board of Education. They were the ones who actually walked miles to school in mud and rain for those who were able to go. Or like my illiterate uncle, he had to work in the field and help to grow the food that the family had to eat, as well as earn an extra income while picking cotton. And that same uncle later on had a barbershop when he was younger. So this idea of pinning improperly raised family members on the one who has proven to be the most responsible is like punishing us for doing what we were supposed to do. Meanwhile, the other ones got away with being irresponsible. It's not fair, especially when we're talking about disrespectful people on top of it. Look, here's my video from New Mexico when this TikToker got stranded and was begging for some GoFundMe money to help him to get back to Pennsylvania. I was actually in New Mexico, which is what you see playing in the background. And there will be a link to this video in the description box. I could have offered that man a ride or a plane ticket, but I provided neither. Why? It's because the old adage remains true. One should not bite the hand that feeds him. He had videos that tore down the image of black women, and so I left him there. I could have easily purchased him a Greyhound ticket, a plane ticket, or even given him a ride or sent him a MoneyGram. But I'm not going to use my hard-earned resources to strengthen my opponents. No, regardless of whether or not they're related to me. So I don't blame Simply Stephanie for her stance of basically saying no. This is all the more the reason why we need the Nordic model here in the United States, because we are beyond the point of pigeonholing women into caretaker roles that are best handled by licensed professionals who get paid salaries, and they also have vacations, okay? And they are trained. They've taken years of training on how to deal with certain types of conditions, physical, mental, or whatever. So these people are getting paid salaries. They should have benefits and get vacations. For instance, such as social workers who can use their connections to get these people the housing, the food stamps, the health care, the mental health care treatment, if necessary, and so forth that they need. This is what our tax dollars should be paying for, not our personal salaries, and certainly not our free time. So that's all I have to say for now. Please be sure to like, subscribe, comment, and click on the notifications bell so that you'll know whenever I upload any new content. Take care until next time.
Sting like sleep, Steph's marches on beat. Carrying hot, the streets are smart, she owns the concrete. A queen in the club, her no-nonsense sway. Dance floor kingdom, where she holds her reign. Shows love hard as nails, beats drop no pain. Spinning like ruling knights, her presence a campaign.